Hello everyone. The next topic which we will be going to discuss is about the mitochondria. So whenever we hear the term mitochondria, the first thing which comes in our mind is that it is the powerhouse of the cell. It is it is responsible to produce the cellular energy which is in the form of ATP, and hence they are called as the powerhouse of the cell. So let's start with the introduction first, that what is mitochondria. So mitochondria, it is an energy converting organelle. It is present in all the eukaryotic cells. So eukaryotic cells, it can be either plant cell or it can be either animal cell. So it is present in both the kinds of cells. So they are present in the eukaryotic cells. It is the site for aerobic respiration. So it is the site where the aerobic respiration takes place, whether in case of plants or in case of animals. Next is why it is called as the powerhouse of the cell. It is because of the production of cellular energy which is in the form of ATP. That is why it is known as the powerhouse of the cell. So if we talk about mitochondria, then mitochondria, they are the membrane bound, mobile as well as plastic organelle, and each mitochondria, they have a membrane double membrane bound structure with inner and outer membrane. So in the next slide, what we will have is the structure of mitochondria, depicting all the parts of the mitochondria. So we will be discussing the structure in these slides. So before the structure, or before discussing what is mitochondria, what is the history of mitochondria, that who discovered the term mitochondria. So the scientist C. Benda, he was the one who discovered the term mitochondria, and he was the one who said that these are energy converting organelles which are present in virtually all the eukaryotic cells. So he was the one, C. Benda. Next is, what is the location of mitochondria in a cell? So where does the mitochondria in a cell present? So they are found in the cytoplasm of nearly all the plants and the animal cells. Cytoplasm, what is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is a gel-like or fluid-like consistency in the cell in which all the organelles are present. So the out it is cytoplasm is outside the nuclear membrane, and all the organelles of the cell are present. So in that also, mitochondria is one of the organelle which is present. Typically there are 2000 mitochondria per cell, making up to 25% of the cell volume. So it is making up to 25% of the cell volume, which means if it is one of the important parts of the cell, because it is responsible for the energy production of the cell. So that's why this is such a high number in case of per cell. Each mitochondria, they are abundantly found in the liver cell. So they are in case of animals or humans, they are present in the liver cell, which is up to 1600. They are present in muscle cells, sperm cells, and oocytes. Oocytes is present in the female body, and more than this, where the energy is in high demand. So they are present in such a high number. Next is, what is the structure of mitochondria? As I was discussing about this, that mitochondria is a double membrane bound organelle, or double membrane bound structure with the outer and the inner membrane. So there is a outer membrane which is present in the mitochondria. There is a inner membrane which is present in the mitochondria. And the space, that is the space between the inner membrane and the outer membrane, is called as the intermembrane space. So this is known as the intermembrane space. So what role does these organelle, or these parts of the mitochondria play? So if we talk about outer membrane, then outer membrane is fairly smooth, but the inner membrane is highly convoluted. So the inner membrane is highly convoluted. It is being described here that it is highly convoluted, and they are forming folds which is called as cristae. So they are the folds which are the inner membrane is forming, it is known as the cristae. And inner membrane is also very impermeable to many solutes due to the high content of a phospholipid. So inner membrane is very impermeable. And the cristae, this is the cristae, which is the folds of in the inner membrane. What they does is they greatly increase the inner membrane surface area. So because of this fold, the surface area of the inner membrane is increased. And the two faces of this membrane are referred as the matrix site and cytosolic site. So there are two phases. So one is known as the cytosolic site and the other is known as the matrix site. So inner membrane, they contains enzyme complex called ATP synthase, where this is representing as F0 portion and F1 portion. So these are what? These are called the ATP synthase, and that makes the ATP. So this is how the production of ATP in a mitochondria takes place. And the outer membrane, what does the outer membrane do? Outer membrane just protects the organelle and contains specialized proteins such as porins, which allows the free passage of various molecules into the intermembrane space of the mitochondria. So this is the structure of mitochondria, and all the matrix and ribosomes, DNA. Mitochondria has its own DNA, so this is known as the mitochondrial DNA, and they have ATP synthase enzyme that helps in the production of ATP. So this is known as F0 F1 ATPase. So this is what is about the mitochondria and its structure of mitochondria. So here it is written as mitochondrion. Why it is written as mitochondrion? Because mitochondrion is the singular form of mitochondria. So we are depicting one mitochondrion here. So that is why we have written that this is a mitochondrion. Then what are the functions of mitochondria? First of all, we have discussed that this is a powerhouse of the cell, so which means it will lead to the production of energy in the form of ATP. Then what are the other tasks that are involved? It is involved in the cell signaling, that is involved in the cellular differentiation, then cell death, and also they maintain the control of the cell cycle and the cell growth. So they are responsible for maintaining the control of the cell cycle and the cell growth. And they also play a vital role in apoptosis. Apoptosis is very essential for our body because it leads to the cell death. So when there is a cell death, and this is the mitochondria basically plays a role in the apoptosis, maintenance in the control of the cell cycle. They also helps in the cell signaling, and energy production is one of the main functions of mitochondria. Then we have discussed the structure of mitochondria, and we have seen that these were some of the parts of the mitochondria. That is outer membrane, which protects the organelles and contains specialized proteins such as porins, and they allow the free passage of various molecules into the intermembrane space of the mitochondria. So what is outer membrane made up of? Outer membrane is made up of simple phospholipid bilayer, and it encloses the mitochondrion. So it is the outermost layer, so it basically helps in the enclosure of the mitochondrion. It contains protein-like structures called porins, so it contains the protein structure called porins, and they are iron, nutrient molecules, ATP, ADP, etc. that can pass through the outer membrane with ease. So that is how a outer membrane plays a role in the mitochondria. Next is inner membrane. So inner membrane is very freely permeable to oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water. So these are the basically three constituents or three part components in which the inner membrane is responsible for the easy permeability. It is devoid of cholesterol, and it is rich in phospholipid and cardiolipin. It contains enzymes. So it was in the diagram being depicted that in this way the inner membrane was being depicted in case of the mitochondria. So they have folds. The inner membrane is highly conjugated. They have folds, and these folds, they are called as cristae. So also they contains an enzyme which is called ATP synthase, that is F0 F1 particle or oxysome, and that makes the ATP. So this is how a inner membrane plays a role in the ATP production. Next is what is matrix. So matrix, it is the large internal space. So it contains multiple copies of dsDNA, which is a genetic material, and mitochondrial ribosomes, tRNAs, and various proteins. So it is a gel-like consistency in which the inner membrane, the ATP synthase, all of this are present in the matrix. So it is dense and homogeneous. So it is a dense and homogeneous part. And two-thirds of the total protein of mitochondria is present in the matrix. So matrix is that important. Moreover, it contains dsDNA, which acts as a genetic material. Then it also has ribosomes. It was being depicted in the diagram also that it has ribosomes. It has transfer RNAs and various proteins. So it is the matrix composed of all these parts. Now I have already told you that mitochondria has its own DNA. So what is the function of mitochondrial DNA? So mitochondria is basically a semi-autonomous organelle because they have their own genetic material. So the mitochondria has its own DNA, and this mitochondrial DNA is mostly circular in shape. So what is the structure of mitochondrial DNA? It is mostly circular in shape, and the size of mitochondrial DNA varies greatly among different species. So these are some of the organisms in which the size of various mitochondria are being depicted. For example, in humans it is 16.6 kb, in frog it is about 18.4 kb, in fruit fly or Drosophila it is about 18.4 kb, that is the same in frog and fruit fly. Then in yeast it is about 75.0 kb. So all these are the organisms in which the size of the mitochondrial DNA are being depicted here. Now this is the reference.